So, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Who am I?
Well, I'll tell you, before he says anything about himself, this is a really good friend of mine. Ian, how long have we known each other? Probably say too long, but...
We've known each other since 1994 or 5, I think.
And where did we meet?
We met outside a lift in the Barbican in London.
Yeah, and what were we doing there?
Well, we were there for a Richard Bandler, Paul McKenna and Michael Breen
NLP
training course. And you were there learning to be an NLP trainer.
Yeah.
And I was there videoing you because I was helping.
And he actually said one of the most profound things, let's go through one of the most profound things anyone's ever said to me in my entire life. He said, he watched me present, he goes, you know, you've got all that energy. He said, you're really good at doing that high energy stuff, but how about just being yourself? And I remember thinking, wow, it's a bit profound. Who am I? What is my true nature? And Ian and I are massive fans of all things nature. And we're out in, where are we? We're in Gloucestershire. Where are we?
I shouldn't really say where we are, should I? Because everybody will want to come here, but I will. This is Lineover Wood. It's an ancient wood, been managed for years and years, and hidden away in Lineover Wood is what they think is a 1600-year-old beech tree, which has survived 600 years. When you think about a tree surviving 600 years in this day and age, where
it's pretty awesome. But this tree in itself, what about this tree? Is this the tree?
This is the tree. This is a
Wow.
heritage tree.
Wow. Look at its roots. Hey? Do you think these two trees are related?
They are. They're sisters, probably. And under the ground, these trees are fused
Well,
together.
according to my coach, who also spent time with you, Raphael, he would say that this tree is a male tree and this tree is a female tree, and maybe those, you maybe want to try and work that out, but it doesn't really matter. The fact is they're amazing trees. So what did you say to me when you said to me about, how about just being yourself? What did you actually mean? What did you mean by that?
Well, you, like many people, were kind of being something you thought everybody else wanted you to be.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think, that's what I do. I think the reason I noticed you doing it is because I do it.
Yeah.
Or did it. I'd like to think now I'm getting past that, wanting to always be what other people want me to be. And so I always think people wear a mask, and once you remove that mask, once you be yourself, you can start to see where other people are wearing. You start to see that others are wearing masks as well.
So it sounds like, I didn't know this until he told me this earlier on, you saw something in me that you were doing yourself. I didn't know that. Yeah, I was just thinking, shit, he sees something in me and I'm not being myself. I'm just trying to, I'm in a state of mild anxiety, trying to get everyone to like me and appreciate me, trying to be what I think other people want me to be, as opposed to being just like this tree. Because I reckon this tree knows exactly who this tree is and what it's here to do.
Well, it's apparently 600 years old, and so 600 years ago it was in there. It was a seed in there.
Well, you know what? One of the things I love about this, and this is something that my friend who's helped me a lot said, we're all trees and we're all here to bear fruit. What is the fruit or the seed that we want to bear to give life to others? And I think I'm now only really starting to become, I haven't even worked it all out yet. I think I never will work it out completely, but in terms of what is the fruit I want to give the world? And what about you? What is the fruit that you're sharing with the world?
I am in search of myself, which goes back to what you were just saying. I want to know who my true self is. Who would I have been if I hadn't learned to live my life based on the expectations of everybody else?
Yeah.
And try to fit into a world that I didn't naturally feel a part of. So my journey has been a journey back to self, a journey back to what I call my true nature. And in order to do that, I believe that inside every one of us, can I just borrow that a minute? Inside every one of us is that seed. I call it a seed of consciousness, but natural consciousness. And so for me, I'm pursuing what I call nature consciousness, a higher consciousness of the natural world around us and what the value of that is, why we're connected to that, how we can experience it in order to deepen that connection. Mm-hmm. And by deepening that connection, we have a clearer understanding of what nature is, And also from that, we can tune in. I believe that human beings have a dormant seed within them that will enable us to tune into what nature would be saying if nature could speak. If this tree could get up and walk around like we do and run seminars like you do, what would this tree be trying to teach humanity? I think that's what we are. I think we are a product, we are a seed of nature that can communicate on behalf of nature if we can tune into it. Now, the path to tuning into that is to be able to first experience it in the present moment, then connect with it through the heart, then understand it using the mind. Mind's third, by the way, not first, like we're often taught, think first. No. And then finally, once we can experience, connect, and think about something and understand it, what else is there? What's the question? The question is then, what else is there than thoughts, feelings, and experiences? And there is something there. And for me, it's something we can tune into. It might be spiritual for you, it might be religious for you. For me, it's the power of nature. It's what nature is. And for me, it's tuning into that nature and being able to then get life lessons from nature, being able to understand how to live in harmony with nature and in harmony with our own nature. So that's my message. That's my message. I'm still working it out like you people.
How profound was that? And I am in total agreement with you. I actually believe and feel that these beautiful aspects, parts of nature, they're all talking to each other through a network, the mycelium network. They're feeding each other. They're taking care of each other. They can withstand the harshness of growth because together they're stronger. Trees that stand together or are near together, they're able to withstand wind, severe conditions. But anyway, I know what this tree's telling me. It's just telling me to be where I am, you know, just be where I am. This is such a beautiful tree. And I know some people think that doing this, you know, you think if you're a tree hugger, you're a bit weird. But I don't know about you, but
Are you hugging the tree or is the tree hugging you, Pete?
I think it's a bit of both. You know,
This tree's had some trauma, Pete.
Yeah.
You come and look here. Look at that, ripped away.
What's ripped it away?
There was another big pollarded. This has been pollarded, so this is new growth because it's been cut many, many times. And this is the new growth that came from when they cut this back. But just round the corner.
Wow, look at this.
If you come just round the corner, you can see where one's come off again. There's another one come off. So this is starting to decay now.
So you know what's going to grow on, potentially grow on here, right? Mushrooms.
Thousands and thousands of other things like mushrooms.
Like mushrooms.
Yeah. And of course, once this comes down, it allows more light in, so that the younger.
Well, there will be mushrooms.
There's another one over there that's come off before.
So they used to remove in forests and woods. They used to remove trees like this, but now they're not allowed to, right? Because there's so much life that occurs. Dare I say it? Oh my God! What a profound thing I'm about to say. So much life occurs from death. You know, there's so much growing because this is dead. There's so much life occurring on this, and I suppose that's another big metaphor for me. Through death, through the death of my wife and my mum and my dad, that there's an opportunity for new life to grow and spawn. And yeah, because I don't believe anything actually ever dies. It changes. But that's just my belief. That's not everyone's belief. But this is amazing. Wow, look at the tree.
I heard somebody say once that a tree takes 1,000 years to grow and 1,000 years to die.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
In terms of the decay process. So, whether it's true or not, it's a
Who knows? It feels true. It feels good.
Yeah.
I just believe that we're all here to grow. We are growing. That's the fact. But as we're growing, we're also dying.
The thing about this is that everything that this 600-year-old tree needed to be this tree was in there.
In there. Isn't that crazy? You know what that says to me? That says about how amazing just an idea can be. Just an idea. What you can do with an idea. And this is Lola. Lola! What's this? Come here. What's this? Do you like the tree? Do you like the tree? Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, it's a lovely tree. Good girl. Get it. Get it. Get it. Good girl. Such a clever dog.
You know this place, don't you, Ben?